We are with Nikki Vicious, adult film star. How you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Stoked.
we're so stoked to have you. You're friends of you know Efrem. You have some history with Efrem,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit. I mean, you know.
How did that happen? How did you guys become friends?
Instagram, and then I go to concerts and stuff, so you see people there. Gave me tickets one time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, nice guy.
He's a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
He's all right. He's all right. You, I just found out before we started recording, you grew up, you're Canadian as well, like me and old Bubs here.
Yep.
Where'd you grow up?
Born and raised in, Vancouver, but as you know, I'm actually from Surrey.
Yeah.
So we say Vancouver, just like I'm sure you guys say,
No, we say Hamilton.
Yeah.
You told me. So we try and hide. I mean,
Yeah.
There's only been one episode of Drugs Inc. about Canada, and what city is it shot in?
Surrey. Yeah, Surrey can be pretty rough though.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, was it rough growing up there?
Not as bad. When I left, like the gangs kind of took over, and it's not a good place.
Wow.
You know, I mean, it's still suburbia, but for Canada, it's a little dicey at times.
It's so weird because it's so small, like relatively small there, but there's such a vast selection of like crime going on in gangs.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it really is. Just drugs. Drugs took over, and
it's like
too bad.
bikers, brutal, suppressive. Like it's horrible.
Yeah, it can be. I mean, but there's great. I know great people from there too.
No, I was about to say, hey, what are some good things about Surrey?
There's some great
Hey, let's
things about
shout out
as well.
Surrey, man.
Right,
Surrey, what up,
Good
Surrey?
place. I like it there. I have a business there still.
Yeah,
so
what's your business?
I own a paintball field.
Oh, that's
Yep.
That's cool. That's so what area? What if you don't have to share your age, but like what if you don't want? I don't know. But what era of when were you living in Surrey? Like 80s, 90s? When'd you grow up?
I'm 30. I was living there up until I was about 25 or 24-ish, and I started coming here. And,
yeah. And then you came down. Yeah. Then.
So basically, 1987 through 2000, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
What brought you to LA initially?
Just visiting here, and I'm weird for back home. Like I'm the weirdest person in the room back home always. And here, have you seen the people here? They're fucking nuts. I'm never even close to the weirdest person here. There's always someone So it's nice to just feel normal, and I liked how the radio they substituted Nickelback for Social Distortion here. I was more into that. I like the vibes here, so
That's cool.
fit in better, if that's my long roundabout answer.
Were there a lot of music venues down in Surrey and stuff for the punk scene? And
Everyone
stuff?
went downtown.
Okay.
Rickshaw. I'm sure Efrem, you've been to the Rickshaw.
Yeah, I played the Rickshaw a few times.
Total shithole. I love it there. I live literally across the street from it.
I done had some good times at the Rickshaw.
So have I. We played with the Souls there once. It was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
That's cool.
And so, what was the drug culture like growing up in Surrey? What was it around you?
Oh, I mean, weed was everywhere.
Yeah.
You could not, I could not get alcohol as a teenager to save my life, but weed was like fish in a barrel. Anybody left. Yeah.
When was you first introduced to it?
Oh, probably grade.
When did you first see it? Was it a teacher being don't fuck with it?
No, really early on. It was always okay. So when I was a little older, I realized that my neighbor, who always was smoking out of a pipe, he kind of was like Wilson from Home Improvement, always looking over the fence, but he's always smoking this shit that smelled awful out of his pipe. As I grow up, I'm like, oh shit, Wilson was a stoner, right? So he was out there all the time getting high, and so that's kind of where I was introduced to it. But as a early high school, we all smoke weed. It's Canada, right?
Yeah. Especially BC.
I often joke it's like a high school elective.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Do you remember your first time smoking weed?
Oh, completely. Yeah.
Can you tell us about it?
Okay. We had I think we had a gram, and there was probably 7 of us in the forest, the typical in the forest thing. And I think we tried to roll it, but had to resort to the old trusty can there. I'm ashamed to admit it, but we all were there at one point. But yeah, no, it was a really good time. And when people say they didn't get high their first time, what the fuck are they talking about? Holy shit. I mean, I remember going home, and I brought the toaster down into my basement, and I just ate a whole 16-pack of Eggo waffles, back to back, no sauce, butter, just crackers.
Wow.
Good time.
And so after that, you were into it. You liked it.
Oh, yeah.
So you kept smoking recreationally, things like that?
Yeah. Basically, I mean, I wasn't an all-day, everyday stoner immediately, but it just a little and a little it turned to more and more, and it always seemed to kind of help me a little more than my friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could handle it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Not
Yeah.
like I'm tough or nothing, but
Yeah, sure.
like
Right.
it just.
Yeah, some people, everybody metabolizes it
It
differently.
was,
so
yeah, it was more like a cigarette for me, right? It
Yeah.
just kind of calmed the fuck down, and
Yeah.
it was a little more normal.
what was the culture like? How were your parents around cannabis? Did you have brothers and sisters and things like that?
I have a little brother, yeah. He actually, you know, he's tried it, but he's just like not one of those people that smokes
Sure.
weed. He's not against it or anything,
Yeah.
you know, but no, he doesn't do it. My parents, I was a straight A student. They didn't know I smoked weed until like 2 weeks before graduation, which was coincidentally the only time my brother and I have smoked weed together.
Wow.
And he gets busted. I'm like, what the fuck, Eric? Like, you know, like, the one time, and she's like, what are you doing? And like, you know, she was mind blown. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I was selling weed.
Yeah. Oh, you were?
You have no fucking idea,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Smart lady, but like, mom.
I think moms sometimes believe what they choose, sort of, or believe what they want to.
Total
Yeah.
blinders.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
hey, I mean, I had straight A's. I had a job. You know, what's the problem?
And so did you say you smoked with your mom, or?
oh no.
Oh,
no,
so you
no.
smoked with your brother? I thought you
My
said
little-
smoked.
my little brother,
Oh, I
and
thought you
I
said
was
my brother.
yeah.
My mother. Sorry.
Sorry.
So how was he smoking?
It was his first time, so he was like giggly and you know.
You had a good time.
Like 13-year-old kid, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's the age difference?
Good question. I'm 4 years older.
Okay.
So he's 27, I believe.
Okay. Okay. That's really cool. And then what was your high school experience like?
Really hazy. I mean, I had one of the highest grade point averages, and I also had the high school record for most classes skipped, which was 49%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I just never went because I don't really learn in a classroom setting.
Yeah.
Just give me the book and let me read the book. I'll go home and read it.
And still got straight A's.
I showed up high every day, and like everyone's
Really?
just like
Amazing.
my Law 12 test. I was cooked out of my tree, and everyone knows. And then I get like the highest mark in the whole fucking like our province or state for you American peoples.
Really? You got the
and
highest
my-
mark.
Yeah, and
Tell
my
us
teacher-
about that.
My
Like,
teacher's just like, what the fuck? Like they're trying to stump me and they're trying to fuck me over, and they're just like, you can do no wrong at this. And like I could always do school, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could figure out school, but I couldn't figure out my personal life. That sort
Right.
of shit. Yeah.
Right. When did you begin to transition, or when did you begin?
Oh, when did this all happen?
Yeah, yeah, I guess,
I mean, it's something
sure.
I knew my whole life, but probably the drugs I probably started taking at 24.
Okay.
Fully out of the closet 26ish.
Okay. Okay. And then so you said you knew your whole life, and then how did that metastasize? I guess
Oh.
like how does that happen? I know that's a
Really painfully over a very long period of
Okay.
time. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not something. Okay, I'm probably gonna get in trouble from my friends for saying this,
Hmm.
but I kind of view it as like a birth defect. And defect is
What?
the wrong word to use, but
Okay.
it's like it's like some people are born left-handed, some
Yeah, yeah.
people have 3 arms.
an anomaly, maybe.
It's
Yeah.
I'm just a little different. But
Sure.
for me, if you were born with any other defect, a doctor would be like, "That's it. You need to do this."
Right.
For me, I had to figure it out on my own.
Right.
Right. And a lot of the medical science we have isn't conducive to this. And
Sure.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't given the tools to figure out what I was.
Yeah.
So it's a really long, painful journey of failing to be a man over and over and over. And,
Yeah.
going like,
Whoa.
doesn't seem right.
No.
And then, just admitting that you're a fucking liar, really.
Really.
Yeah.
So wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah.
I never
it-
looked at it in that perspective.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah, no. I mean, for me, it was I was with a girl who
Okay.
I'd been with her for 7 years, and I only person that really was ever loved me or treated me well, and I
Yeah.
just knew, deep down, I'm like, oh man, I'm
Yeah.
a fucking liar. Looking at this girl in the face all the time.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, so I really just told her because I didn't want to lie to her, and I kind of just planned to myself after. And she was like, you know what? I know you. Give it a crack. You might be able to fucking help someone. And yeah, no, it's cool. That's why I love my Instagram, and I get the people that are
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm a little weirdo in the closet. Fucking go you,
Oh,
That's what I thought was
amazing.
always cool was following you on Instagram because it was kind of like I was kind of watching your journey,
Yeah, I'm
You
trying
know?
to do an honest take at it.
which is
'cause,
inspiring.
most of the girls want to be so like flowery and shit, and like
Yeah.
I'm lazy. I'm at home eating McDonald's most of
Yeah.
the time, like riding my skateboard. Like I don't.
Yeah. Do you have did you have role models you could turn to that inspired you to?
I mean, like we have like how so?
I mean, and
in this
like you
world,
just
or-
said, you just said that like some people are cheering you on and you're kind of inspiring. They're sending you messages, giving them hope.
Oh,
like
okay.
who would have be somebody that you would have looked to as like,
honestly,
or was there anybody for you to look to?
Honestly, I mean, it's kind of funny, but I used to always look up to the porn girls because, again, the education for stuff like this is not very good.
Yeah.
Right.
So, that was kind of when I found out what transgender people were, it was through porn. So I used to look up to a bunch of these girls, like, oh my God, they're so pretty. Like, I'll never be like that. And now, some of them are my friends. Like, one of the girls, I'm like, hey, you want to go get high and play Dreamcast at my house?
That's so
Right? And
cool.
it's
Yeah.
just like, holy shit, I did it, right? And
That's amazing.
She's still way prettier than me. and
It is
stuff, but
amazing.
it's
Who's still
like-
playing fucking Dreamcast?
Right. It's my original band.
That's so fucking strange.
I know.
But that's remarkable. And so you started watching transgender like porn
I
or
mean,
whatever.
not like I don't think in the same context that my fans watch it. Cause
Sure.
I
What-
realized very early on that I was looking at the wrong side of the screen.
Right.
And I was more into like for me, I can't really watch normal porn because I don't really got the bits
Yeah.
and stuff. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Sure.
Yeah.